Haircut. 100. My haircut, I don't love it, but there it is. Okay, so we're going to start with Heather from Selling Sunset. She has, she goes out with Tarek. Tarek, and they're dating now and engaged. But a funny birdie told me that she got a tattoo, and I thought it was a bit peculiar because it says, "Yes, sir, Mr. Tarek." So in this day and age with Army Hammer and all these things, do you think, first of all, I know you want to put on Instagram, you can't fucking help it, but is that what you want out there when there's, the Nixium? It just felt weird. I'm all for kinky, whatever you want to do, but I just felt like, because everybody, and I mean everybody, is going to have a problem. I know everybody. Army Hammer, speaking of Army Hammer, his agency dropped him, and then his PR. I sort of get the agency for the PR. This is your Super Bowl. Shit went down. Turn it around. Like, this is it. You got a problem. You do nothing. And now, big problem. They're like, later. They run for Z Hills. God damn. They could have had a field day with that one. This guy's eating fucking girls' pinky toes like fondue. All right. Prince's dog died. The name? Go.
Dog or
You
bird?
fucking knew it. Bird.
Divinity.
Yeah, dove, sorry. Trick question.
Come on.
Divinity died. Divinity was Prince's dove, and it greeted people at Paisley Park. First of all, she was 28. This dove is still kicking around from the dove that cried and then died. What a life. I was hoping Prince gave the dove the house. You know how they do that? And then the dove owns it. And the dove's like, what am I doing this? And everyone's like, hey, should we fix the fridge? Did you run it by the dove? They're like, oh, fuck, I forgot about this shit. Approach the cage. Where's Divinity? It's not in the cage. And the dove's behind him going, the house is now my cage, motherfucker. And they're like, oh, right. The last thing it did when it flew away was just such a great noise. All right, that's it. Fuck that dove. That's enough. The Weeknd did the Super Bowl thing, whenever it was Super Bowl was. And this was his Super Bowl. And it was. The Weeknd did a thing where they had the bandages around the face. I just wanted to say that he's making fun of people with bandages. And all this long play joke, which was too long. We're all like, is this because of plastic surgery or because of Bella Hadid? And he's like, I'm not saying. And then literally it takes we know jokes here. It takes too long. And then a year later he goes, it was because the plastic, we know. The problem is you're great looking and great. You don't have a say in this. So you can't say, I would never do that. You don't have to. So the people that are in the 6 area with me, we have to contemplate these things in life. You understand? We have to have it cross our mind. Like, I would probably wouldn't. I don't. And then 3 days later, dish. Because that's the way it works. But he's so good looking. He's he can't even make himself bad looking. I saw a picture of him. He's got the puffy face. He's like, what if I look like this? I'm like, you'd get fucked 100 times a day still? And this whole thing cost $7 million of his own money. My guy won't even let me get an Arby's franchise. And this guy's like, I'm going to kick $7 million on my own. You have to make 20 to clear 7, and that's going into that? No offense. Is that fucking true? Here's the jokes, guys. An Oracle study found that 6% of people watch the Super Bowl naked. A similar study shows a high frequency of those people having to say, well, that's not the remote. Needless to say, if any of these people bring bean dip to your party, you should avoid them. I'm not doing that one. That's below the show. All the jokes are up here and out. Rapper Lil Uzi Vert implanted a $24 million pink diamond in his forehead. It's the first time somebody put a gun to a rapper's head and it turned out all right. I don't even get that joke. Will you please explain it?
It's like a jewelry gun, like a piercing gun.
Oh. It's not our best shit. I'm telling you, I don't mind it. I don't love it. I just like he has a fucking diamond jammed in his forehead and he's still alive. People broke into my car to get my battery charged, all right? Little Uzi Vert. So a lawyer in Florida has been disbarred from making a porno in prison with female inmates. It's funny because as a lawyer, he couldn't get these women off. But in the porn, you finish that joke. In China, a man who recently married a custom sex doll is welcoming a baby doll to the family. The doctor was like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. What's going on? I'm supposed to act like this is being. I don't get paid enough. Oh, I got to get back on. Joke was not a strike. I hit the wrong one. The Humane Society in Kentucky will write your ex's name inside a litter box so cats can poop on it for a $10 donation. See, these people are thinkers. They still think inside the box, but I like it. Archaeologists in Egypt, hang on. Yeah. Inside the box, do you get it? You do. Archaeologists in Egypt uncovered a 2,000-year-old mummy with a gold tongue. His name? King Tuttalingus. No, that was good. An Australian government is considering using herpes virus to remove destructive fish from the ocean. The first step is giving the virus to a bunch of really hot, slutty fish. I don't know if that's up here. You know, it's amazing that fish don't use condoms, even though guys are always flushing them down the toilet for them. They're right there. They're there. MIT scientists have taught spinach, lost me, to send emails and detect explosive materials. Maybe while they're at it, they can teach it not to taste like fucking shit, huh? It was with me, fellas. A couple in India held the first ever traditional Hindu wedding 60 feet underwater. David Blaine was like, fuck, that's my next special. I mean, do you think they have my email? The best part was when an octopus got the bouquet. Single woman said that was unfair, but you know what? That octopus is now the bachelorette. Who'da thunk? Wait, he's a bachelorette? That doesn't make sense.